Hey everybody, it's B-Ren again here, and we're going to take a quick look at the software that's on the Motorola RAZR from Rogers. So as you can see, you've got your new blur. It's no longer Moto Blur. I believe it's just called Blur. So you can see it's kind of your standard under look, drop down menu. Again, a lot of people probably might not like this, depending on what you're used to. Again, you got three app drawer icons here that are interchangeable. You can set that to whatever you want, and then you can't really change placement around too much. And then you get your actual app drawer. So some of the nice things that you'll see in here are you can, oops, go back into there. You can sort this in different ways. So you can alphabetically, frequently used, recently used. Again, just kind of gives you a few options in terms of the way you want to use the phone. The other thing you can do is you can hide apps. So I see here I have a lot of the Rogers bloatware hidden. So I've got my games, ringbacks, the ringtones, the shop, and the music apps that Rogers puts on there. I don't really use any of those, so I've gotten rid of them. So if we go back again, so we'll get back into the main drawer. So again, right now I've got it alphabetically. Again, you can just quickly scroll through. You get a nice kind of little effect as you go in between them. And one of the better things that's been included in this is Smart Actions. So this is where you can basically set certain actions that the phone will do in terms of, I've got a low battery saver. There's a workout one here, plug the headphones into home, which means I connect directly to my Wi-Fi. My ringer volume goes up right now. Nighttime saver, charging reminder. So something like this is once it hits a nighttime during a certain time of day. So I've got that set from 11 p.m. to basically 4 in the morning. It's going to send me a notification to plug my phone in. So just in case, I go to sleep, forget to charge my phone up, it's going to remind me. Same all these. So you can add these from, there's sample ones, you can start from scratch, or you can copy from existing one. So if you add from sample, you can see they've got, some basic samples in there that you can kind of play around with. Again, once you go into it, it kind of gives you basic stuff, and then you can fiddle around with that and do whatever you like to it. So again, Smart Actions, nice inclusion in the RAZR. Has definitely kind of helped moderate and maintain the battery life. The other thing you get is you can go into, oops, we'll go back here a sec. You can go into Motocast. So this is where I've got, my personal computer set up there. So, I've got, you can look at folders, everything, different pictures. It's basically accessing all this from my home computer, and you can set that to be on or off. Albums, and again, works pretty well. So if we go into folders, so I go here, I've got some movies. So if we select a movie just to take a look at it, so you see, it starts playing the movie. And again, this is just streaming it directly from my home computer. Again, I'm on my home Wi-Fi network right now, so it's fairly quick. Depending on where you are and the load of the networks and stuff, it can change how quickly the response is. It can take a few seconds for that to basically for it to buffer and to kick in. So as you can see here, as I go in between, there's some nice little kind of effects, animations. You get a nice little shimmer across all the standard Motorola widgets that you put on. And again, you get some scrollable widgets in terms of calendar and all that. All around, the software seems pretty nice. There are a couple of other things you can do. So if we go into settings, so one of the nice ones is data manager. And again, it will show you kind of data. It can go a little wonky if you're hooked up to Wi-Fi, but it will tell you kind of general what used, and then it'll tell you what's been using the majority over the last 7 days. So it is nice to have a nice little, basically a little data manager in there within the OS. Battery life on this, again, has been fairly decent. So as you can see here, I've been going for about 6 hours on this, and I'm still at 80% now. I am dropped down to Edge because I'm connected to Wi-Fi. So again, depending on your circumstances, battery life is gonna change a bit. All around though, I don't find the skin that Motorola has put on this to be too bad. Some people will. You're either gonna hate it, like it. You know, a lot of people don't like their status bar with the coloring that's put into that. Again, I don't mind it too much. Again, depending on what you know, if you really want to put a different launcher on here, you can, and kind of change around that a bit. But all around, not too bad at all. Some of the other things that get included with the phone when you get it is there's obviously Citrix. You get GoToMeeting is included in bloatware. You got your Moto print, and that's about all that's on the Rogers edition. Now one thing is, on the bloatware, if you hold down on it, you can see you get some options there. You can add to home, add to group, or you can hide. So if you're never going to use it, you can hide it. You can't delete it. I haven't, on the Rogers one, I really haven't found any of the bloatware that they've included that you can delete, but at least you can hide it if you're never going to use it. At least kind of takes it out of your main app drawer, so you're not having to look at it as you're scrolling through what you're actually looking for. In terms of, if you hold down the home button for a bit, you get your recent apps. Now this is kind of built just like the app drawer, so you can then change this and you can go to all apps. It's kind of a task manager built in, so even if you go directly in to your app drawer, and then you can go to recent directly from there. You can go to your downloaded apps, shows you all your downloaded apps, or all apps. You can also add groups within here, so you can create a group name. So if you just want to call it apps, done, and we'll save it. And then you can select what apps you want. So, you know, if you want to put, you know, that, you know, all those apps, create it. Then there's going to be another one. So you can go either all apps, so again, it has everything, or you can go into just your apps one if it's certain apps that you know, and there's the apps that you know. So all around, Motorola RAZR software, not too bad. Again, it's a lot of personal preference, whether you like it or not. I think I covered this in the other video, but just in case. So you can see it is running 2.3.5. So it is running Gingerbread. It will be getting updated to Ice Cream Sandwich. Motorola has said as much. So the source code has dropped now, so hopefully that happens sooner rather than later. The only other thing we can quickly take a look at is I'll just open up the camera app. So to give you an idea, basically you get this one slide which gives you all of your options in terms of, you know, if you want to change it to black and white picture, if you want to change it from macro to auto, all that type of stuff. Flash, auto on off. Again, the camera isn't the greatest. The video recording is pretty good, but the actual camera is not all that great. Doesn't take the greatest pictures. And for speed, it's not bad, but it's not the greatest. So we'll go back into that picture. So you can see the flash does an alright job. It's hard to tell through the video, but it does not too bad. Colors aren't that great, but again, depending on what you're using the camera for, it may suit your needs, it may not. You know, it really depends on what you're looking for in a camera on a phone. So there we go. There's a look at the software on the Motorola RAZR, and thanks for watching.